Hey, Grey Couch family.
Hey.
We're coming to you from the Grey Couch kitchen today.
Grey Couch
right?
kitchen. I like that.
I know. For those of you that don't know, there's an Otis Cosina behind me. Behind me. It's gonna come out to the front, but it's right now a little to the side while we focus on this. But the key thing is that I guess Stan comes back from home, he's like, oh, still we need to have our weekly, conversation. I'm cooking, He's like, okay, I'm gonna come, join you in the kitchen. And so the idea is to do something different. Remember we said the Grey Couch is where we explore, it's not black or white, we're exploring the grays, right? So this is part of the gray, so sit with us, right? This is not our normal ambience.
That's true.
But you're gonna get something out of the conversation. And there's a reason why this is also not our normal ambience, because for today we want to talk about the concept of neurodiversity, right? In America is Autism Month, and if you know anything about autism, it's now a spectrum, right? Before it used to be it used to have different names, but now they just put everything on a spectrum. So you have people who are highly functioning, and you have people who completely sometimes non-verbal and just needing a lot of help, right? So special needs. And I always say, don't we all need something? Don't we all need something? And so the concept of neurodiversity in marriage, right, in that sense. Because again, part of the work we do here is finding words for certain things that we go through.
Yeah.
Right.
And common words help to give common context, and then there's a way to move forward or change things when you share agree on what you're talking about.
You're talking about,
as opposed
the
to
framing.
different experience. So just to give you an idea of a story, what happened. So earlier this year, this is quite recent. Earlier this year in January,
yes,
I was trying to book a hotel reservation
for me.
For starting meal. This was in January, and so I booked that day in May. I booked that day in January. So say it's January 17th, and this thing is actually May 17th. So while I'm on the website, I shall book January 17th for something that's not going to happen till May 17th. And it was by the time I paid, and I realized, oh my goodness, this is the wrong day after I paid. So I now go back inside to the app now. I just say, cancel reservation. I thought that I was done with that, Stay with me, we're getting somewhere. In February, I see credit card bill on my card. I now call the person, I canceled this service. I said, well, no, sorry, because you did it the same day and you didn't call. They didn't cancel it. But on your app, it said cancelled. Leave that matter. So now I said to dispute the credit card claim.
Yes.
And I can say some people were the one that encouraged me to dispute this thing. I'm like, it's not that big money. Let me just let it go. But shall dispute it, and that's not nothing.
I shall not say what he's saying is not that big money, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's
a blessing.
It's money, but you don't want it to waste. So for a month, nothing happened, and it looked like they had closed. I don't want to snitch completely on myself. Let's be honest. I'm just saying, let's just say nothing happened. Some things happened in that month. But then you now closed, the time for it now closed. And it was like, guy, what's up with this something? What's going to happen? So say the mishap was in January. My dispute was in February. The thing closed by, let's say, end of February. Okay. So March, you still say, okay, aren't you going to do something? Oh, sorry. Stanley, aren't you going to do something about this thing? I'm coming. April, aren't you going to do something about this thing? Oh, I'm coming. Okay, now listen, I'm not going to talk to you until I actually got an ultimatum. He said, I am not going to talk about this anymore. Do you plan to do something about it, or don't you plan to do something? That's when I now gathered all my wits about me and decided to try and do something. And lo and behold, she has a correction. Let me finish my story before she gives that correction. And lo and behold, within 24-48 hours of really actually reopening the dispute, and then they shall give us back our money. So why are we talking about this? We're talking about neurodiversity. We're asking what really happened. What was the block there?
Yeah, because what was the driver? I guess it then became a thing. I said, when he's saying that, I kept saying what? I literally said, are you the kind of person who starts something and doesn't finish it?
Yeah, she did. I'm not going to lie. I can't lie on the couch. Yeah. Not that type of lie. But she did say that, are you going to? And I was like, that really, I have to give her kudos to that. That spoke to my identity and not the issue at hand. And that's like a nugget right there. I mean, ladies, if you want to get your guy to do something, speak to the value that the person has or the identity he wants to have, as opposed to saying, you are doing this kind of So that got me in my marrow, and I'm like, I'm not this kind of guy. So I now get it up my loins. Is that a word?
Yeah,
gird my loins, and I decided to do something about it. And within that, and reinforcing the behavior, the identity with behavior to back it up, and till today I don't know what the block, but that's what she was saying. This might not be you. This might be issue of this thing we're talking about neurodivergence. As in certain areas, high functioning. In other areas, it's like 2 + 2 is no longer 4. You're just laughing. We were laughing here, but this thing can cause issues.
It can, and I think, the thing about it sometimes, why we have not named it till today, is you keep saying, are you giving people, a crutch, right? Literally. To say, maybe if someone doesn't do something, they can say they are neurodivergent. Not really. But the idea is, if you, broke a leg, you need a crutch to walk. You're going to need something to move from one place to the other. And so you want to think about, if I'm going to a final destination, as long as I get there, right? Now, a person who hasn't, broken their legs may walk fast, they may run. But for somebody who has, something wrong with their leg, it's going to take them a longer time, but they will get there eventually. And I think sometimes that's usually the issue, right? The person who is running is like, what is going on? Why are you not moving? Why are you not moving? But it's like you can't see the leg that is broken because it's inside, right? It's kind of covered by the skin and all that. And so I think that's what it is. And why are we talking about this, and why have we agreed to name it? We're going to talk more about it in depth in our next webinar, right? We're going to talk more about this because this is a struggle for us in this marriage. I'm not even like, we kept saying, should we talk about it, should we not talk? But we're here, right? We said we'll bring you the vagaries and the things that occur. This is a big one. And God is helping us, right? We're not, we can't say. But the reason why we're able to name it is that God gave us a wonderful gift. The gift of a child that when you look, you're like, It's called genetics for a reason. Let's just put it that. Let's just leave it here for now until we get to our, our webinar. But the idea is, think about it. Think about those areas where it's like you're pulling teeth and doing things, and then look at it from the concept of perhaps could there be some sort of neurodivergent behavior here, right? And what is neurodivergence? It's just the brain is just thinking differently. It's a little different from what people expect, what people know, from the norms, right? It's not bad or good.
That's what I want to say. Being different from the norms, the idea,
it's just different.
Yeah, being different from the norms, at least growing up culturally, I felt that's bad. As in, if it's different, it's bad. But
no, but it could be frustrating, right? Because you feel like, what's going on? What's going on?
But I think growing up, and I guess having a child, it makes you realize that this thing is different. It's not that it is bad, as it were.
But growing up, we were told it was bad, which is why we get older. We don't want to mention it, right? You don't want to mention it for yourself, and you don't also want to mention it for the child. Like you're saying, it cannot even be possible that my child has something like this or it's shown up like this, so I'm going to just deny it, right? So continuous denial. You deny as an adult, you deny the child, and then you don't get the help or the crutch that you need, right? So speaking about crutches, people think about crutch as a bad thing, something you lean on, but a crutch is designed for ambulation. It's designed to get you to move while you are healing, working, while you're doing things, right? In order to kind of get you to a desired destination.
So I would like to introduce you to my crutch.
And mine.
And for those of you that don't know, this is Stanley and Otito. Welcome to the Grey Kitchen again. It's going to be an exciting one, exploring this neurodivergence and just seeing where this shows up in your own relationship and tools that you can use to help yourself get from point A to point B, you know, and it's possible. It's very, very possible. All right. Bye for now. Am I going to keep this on?
Oh, for your video, please. Me, I'm about to. I have to eat my rice, please.
Let me get this. After you do the work.
Fried rice.
After you do the work, you have to do the meal.
I know.
Okay. Come and join us. Bye.